And without further ado, Pitt, put you on the stage.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Thanks for inviting me. It's a really pleasure to be here. I don't know if you can see me well. I was just testing center stage here. There, I think that's the better view. All right, everyone. So I'm really excited because, well, it was a while since my last time here. But now that I'm here, I have the opportunity to, well, share something cool with you today. I hope you can get something useful for your daily iOS development. Just before starting, well, just let me give you a little bit of background that I will show you today. I started, well, really curious about the Swift macros that I saw in the last WWDC, and I hope this year we will get a lot of improvements for that. But I think for me that was like one of the biggest announcements for Swift, and I think it will make Swift even better than it is right now. And I start thinking, okay, what can I do if this is a really powerful tool? How can I use it in a way that I can help my job better, but at the same time to get being useful for more people? And that's what I'm going to share right now. Let me share my screen really quick. I don't know if I can share my whole screen. Looks like I can't. I don't know. Oh, okay. I will try to do my best. I think you're seeing Xcode. Yeah.
Yes, we see it.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. I just prepared a demo because I just have a few minutes to share with you. So this demo, I just have a profile list that I am building. Okay. A couple of people here, and all those people has this set of properties. We have a first name, last name, email address, an image, a company name, and a username. No big deal. Okay. And well, as you can see here, I'm just trying to display that cell, that information here, and I want to just show a detail. Pretty simple. Now, since that I am trying to test my app, this is not fully connected to an API or something. And right now I'm using this, just a simple a sample data. Okay, if I go here, you will see that, well, I just have one element and I had to type it one by one. Okay, and as you notice, I just have one element here, but this is a list. Okay, so oops, let me see if I don't know if I have to read the messages. Anyway, okay. Well, since it's a list, I would like to add more content here. The problem right now is that I have a lot of properties to type, since that all of them are strings especially. So one of the common ways to do this is just copying this, right? And then, changing this with something else. Yeah. Do something else here, there, etc. Okay. Now you will see that we have two new profiles right now. But what if I want, I don't know, another 5 elements? I have to copy and paste over and over and over. And I was thinking, okay, this kind of repetitions turns a great use case for the macros. And I thought, okay, how can I create something that could automatically create those samples when I'm testing my app? This could be really useful if you are in, working with previews, or even if, I don't know, you need some data for your unit test could be great, right? For that reason, I created something called my own macro library called Swift and Tips macros. And Swift and Tips because, well, I'm a YouTuber and I create content with that nickname. I will talk a little bit more if I had time. One of those in that library, let me see if I can grab this information. I don't know if you will see. Are you still seeing Xcode or this web page?
Xcode.
Okay, I will change my content just a little bit. Where is it? There you go. So I created this. I will explain this in a little bit. Sample builder macro. Okay, I will share all the information later after this presentation. But what is this macro is doing is, like the name suggests, is creating all that information for you for free. Okay, so what do you have to do? Well, first let me just comment this piece of code, and I have already imported this library with me. What I will to do is just importing Swift and Tips macros and importing data generator. Okay. Oh, I don't know if someone has a question. Okay. Okay, someone is.
Sometimes people unmute. You can ignore it.
Okay, no problem. All right, so it's just as simple as attaching to your data this sample builder macro, and it will request you two parameters: the number of items you want to display. In this case, let's add 3, and the data generator type. In this case, I will use default just to see what happened. Okay. Now, automatically, this will generate data. This will generate all the sample data in just one shot. And you'll see there's a lot of data generated stuff that is basically generating a string for this particular property. Okay, and so on with all those properties. And for example, for image URL, you have like a URL specific for that. Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay, but let's now try to run it. Let's now see what's the outcome. Okay. There is something that I'm trying to fix actually with this library, which is like in the new preview format using macros, there are some conflict with other macros. So what I have to do actually is just replacing this with content view. So in a way of this sample data is not conflicting with preview, and how Apple could fix this later. But well, it's a workaround. Sorry for that, but you will see the magic in just a moment. Okay. Now let's see. Yep. Now it compiles. Now let's go back to profile list and try to see something. Hope Xcode. There you go. Okay. You can now see that you have 3 elements right away. Okay. Now, if I go back to profile and I want now 10 elements, let's go back to profile. And let's see what happened. There you go. You have 10 items right away for free. It's cool, right? And you will notice like hello world data. That is because I used the default mode for sample builder. Okay. This will just generate one string, a fixed string. If you have an int, you will get 0. If you have a URL, you will get a static URL pointing to apple.com. And that's the reason why you're seeing, for example, in this example, that the progress view is never loading, because it's not loading an image. It's loading a default URL. Okay, let's fix that. Let's go back to profile, and Sample Builder also provides a cool way to, okay, maybe your data is really specific to some context. For example, my image URL is not a common URL. It's not a web page. It's an image. So for cases like that, I can attach to the property. I can use Sample Builder item and select a category. There are a lot of categories here, and more will come later. But for example, I can add, there's one for URL, but there was another for image. So if I can type, I don't know, an image with 200 width and 200 height, okay. Oh, by the way, you will notice that Sample Builder is also detecting when you are using the Sample Builder environment wrong. In this case, it's saying Sample Builder item attribute has no effect when generator type is default. Okay, so here is suggesting to remove it because it won't work. So the way to make this work is to actually use the other option. Oops. Where is it? There we go. Random. This will generate random strings entirely for the thing. Now it's working. Okay, now let's go back and see what happened. There we go. Now it's loading images in one shot. Of course, those are random images, but if you are trying to test your app, you don't care, right? You just care, okay, how's the layout coming, right? And as you can see, there are a lot of other random data for other categories, like the name and the email. So let's fix that too. Let's go back again. And let's try, for example, here, use Sample Builder item category dot for first name. First, there you go. There is another category for Sample Builder. Oops. Well, last name. There you go. There's another for email too. Yeah, I prepared this demo really well. Email. Another for address. Address, yeah. Even I have something for those guys. Sample Builder item company name. Here we go. And lastly, Sample Builder item dot username. Okay. For this particular example, all of the properties have a specific annotation to a particular set of data. So for example, for first name and last name and the rest, for first name, I will not get a random string anymore. I will get strings that are names. Actually, let's go back. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. Yeah, now I have a better structure. I have a name, I have an email, and I have a company name. I can click on it. I have actually an address here. I generate that really quick. So, okay, that's like I wanted to show you. And let me tell you, it is still in progress. Like I said, there are tons of use cases. This more than email and first name, last name, I know. If you have an idea of common use cases for data, feel free to send your pull request to SwiftUI macros. And I really hoped, this will help more people, not only me. And hopefully, once all the Swift macros performance will increase over time, for sure, this will be an awesome tool. So that's what I wanted to share. Hope it made your life easier.
Heck yeah, dude. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
And, you're getting some praises in the comments, of course, and I think people were mostly just in awe as you were doing it. We have time for just one question, and then we're going to kick into our breakout rooms. But so if anybody has a question, we see. I'm just going to go with the first one in the chat. Is that data generator a native library or something you made for this purpose only?
Okay. One of the issues, and yeah, that's a great question. If I go here, yeah, I'm importing two libraries. No, both of them. Data generator is like a dependency of Swift and tips macros. Um, one of the issues is, well, long story, but there's like a conflict that I had to fix. I cannot put everything in one single thing because I need to expose data generator since that I am generating, let me click again, expand macro. So the macro is generating this code, okay? But this code is part of your code base now in some way. So your code base needs to understand what is data generator. And there is a problem. I try to solve this with an underscore attribute that actually works. But the problem is that I don't want to send that to a public library, because if Apple or anyone else decided to remove that underscore attribute, well, the library will crash. So I just, had to deal with this. Hopefully, I mean, if someone else has an idea of how to solve this, I would really appreciate that. But that's the thing. But yeah, in general, this is like a dependency of this, but I need to expose it in order to make this work. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good question.
So yeah, thank you so much, Pip, for the demo. I thought that was really cool, and I didn't even know that. I didn't really know about macros much, so that was a cool little tutorial on it. If anybody wants to ask more questions, you'll be able to choose which breakout room you go into. If Pitt's sticking around for that, you'll be able to ask more of him. So thank you so much. I'm gonna
Thank you.
stop.